Hey everybody, this is Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff. Look what arrived on my doorstep this morning. This is a retail model of the LG G6. Now, I already have a review out that is from the pre-release unit, and what my plan is to do now is to unbox this and then use this for a bit to kind of cover in some of the holes from my previous review, because I didn't want to talk about the camera because pre-release software, that's not too helpful as things change. And also now I can get a really good look at what the performance is actually like. So let's go ahead and open up the box here. The unit that I had before was black. Actually, that's not easy to open. Open sesame! There we go. So you can see the platinum model here. Now, I didn't want to go for the black again because I saw how fingerprinty it got. And I was given a tip that the oleophobic coating would be better than what it was upon release. But I didn't want a chance having smudgy fingerprints everywhere. And by the way, thank you LG for sending this out. Not sponsored, they just gave me a review unit. So the first thing, of course, that I got to do is rip this off. And everyone is fascinated by the sound that makes, but that was actually pretty tame. So this is our first all-screened phone of the year. And right behind it, I will have it very soon, is the Galaxy S8. And I want to use them side by side to see which one I really like better, you know? I think the Galaxy S8 has all kinds of features where this has a delicate simplicity to it, but still has quite a bit of features that will make people happy. I can see that I've also got little bits of plastic all around, just to keep the frame nice and not scratched. So I'll take time to do that. And when I first touched this on the back, I swear there was some type of plastic or coating on it. But there isn't. There's nothing to peel up. It feels surprisingly tacky. It reminds me of the pre-release unit, so I'm starting to wonder if they really did add an oleophobic coating on this. If they didn't, boy am I glad that I went with the titanium model, because it's really going to show fingerprints on the black one. You know, it's kind of dubious at this point that I was meant to remove this little cereal bar that we have here. Yikes. Okay, so I will spend some time trying to remove that. This is a water-resistant phone, so that really shouldn't be a problem. Let me know if this happened to you. I really haven't been looking at any other unboxings, so interesting. Let's set this aside just for a minute and see what else is in the box. This is the Verizon version of the phone. You've just got a bit of paperwork there. This is your USB data cable. USB-C, of course. Here you have a SIM ejection tool. And you've also got your fast charger right here. And I think that this is all that's in the box. I don't see any earbuds included with this model. I'm not sure if any other ones included any in the box. I'm going to put some soap on here and try to get this off. And when all else fails, use a piece of tape. Finally! I won, and I didn't use anything abrasive. I just simply used a little bit of soap in this area, and then when that failed, I just used a nice sticky piece of tape to very painstakingly slowly get rid of that adhesive, and it's perfect. No damage to the phone whatsoever. Let's go ahead and turn this guy on here. That's a really nice vibration module that they have in that. Now, what I really liked about this phone is that it fits so well in my small hand. The same is true for the Galaxy S8, which is just right around the corner. I should have that in a few days. So finally, large screens, and these are phones that are not too unwieldy. And as this is initializing and starting up, gee, is this a really nice looking phone. The black one looked quite stunning, but so does this one. You've got an all-metal frame here, glass on the back, glass on the front. I believe this is Gorilla Glass 3 on the front, Gorilla Glass 5 here, and a Gorilla Glass 4 on the camera. And of course, looking at the interesting design of the camera here, all I can see is, oh no! You know, Mr. Bill. But it has character. It feels like it's alive in a way, although a little bit afraid of me. So taking just a little bit of a look around this device, starting with the front, we have a 5-megapixel front-facing camera, ambient light sensor, proximity sensor, your receiver. You can see you've got the LG logo here, nice and discreet. At the bottom, you have a microphone. You've got a USB-C charging port and a single speaker. On the right-hand side, we have the SIM card slot, and also this shares the SD card slot. Left-hand side, we've got 2 volume buttons. At the top, we have a standard headphone jack and another microphone. No, there is no infrared blaster, so you can't control your TV. And that's something that people are going to miss over the LG G5. On the back, we've got two 13-megapixel cameras. One's a wide-angle one, and one's a standard camera. Dual LED flash, fingerprint sensor, wireless charging, NFC, and of course this 5.7-inch display with that 18:9 aspect. One thing that some people are probably not going to like is you see this black border here that goes all along the display. This doesn't bother me in the slightest, but if it does bother you, go for the black one. But again, it is a fingerprint magnet. So there it is. We have it set up. You can see that the fingerprint sensor works really well. One thing that I noticed when I was using my pre-release model, and one thing I will pay attention to, is that once the fingerprint sensor got a little bit damp or had a lot of smudgy fingerprints on it, it stopped working. So hopefully that's something in software that they have been able to optimize. I know that a lot of people are going to be just a little bit frustrated that this doesn't have the newest SoC inside of it. This is the Snapdragon 821 SoC instead of the S835. One of the things, of course, I'm going to test is just how much difference it makes on a daily basis. And my bet is that it's really not going to be extremely important. Possibly on power efficiency, we will have to see. And a lot of people have been asking me, does this feel like a modern enough phone to upgrade to? And my answer is definitely yes, because the design on this thing is totally different from what LG has had in the past. It really does keep up with what the market is offering right now. Really classy, water-resistant phone. If you look at the LG G5 of last year, which I have right here, this phone took a lot of negativity, from myself included. Don't ask what happened to the camera. I don't want to talk about it. But they really have listened and improved things over last year. I know we no longer have the modularity, which turns out people don't really care about modularity. People want fast charging, a beautiful phone, and water resistancy, apparently. Over last year, I think this is an improvement, although a lot of people are not going to agree with me if you're in the camp of wanting to have that removable battery. But to me, this device gets a lot of things right that the G5 did not. Again, that is down to opinion. But with reviewing so many smartphones and listening to so many people, the general public are really going to like this device. One thing that people are not going to be so happy with is that some markets don't have some features. So the United States is the only one to have the wireless charging feature, but we do not get that audiophile quality DAC. Also, this device only has 32 gigabytes of internal storage, where some markets are getting 64 gigabytes of internal storage. And to me, that one is actually a bit frustrating. Yes, we have an SD card slot that is combined right here with your SIM card, but it's really easy these days to use up 32 gigabytes of internal storage. And the Galaxy S8 is going to have 64 gigabytes of internal storage. So let me know if that's something that frustrates you or not. Another fear that some people are having is that they have come from the LG G4, and there was certainly a boot looping issue, which LG has confessed to. Some people were having some boot looping issues with the V10 and even with the V20, though we don't know if these are constant things or just simply anecdotal. So hopefully we don't have any more boot looping issues with the G6. If I encounter anything, I will let you know. In my several weeks with this device, even the pre-release unit, I really love this. I expect to feel the exact same way with this one. And boy, is this a beautiful device. I have to say, go for the Platinum one if you can. So I'm going to take some time to use this. When I have the Galaxy S8, I will use it alongside the Galaxy S8. It's a little bit cheaper than the Galaxy S8. Doesn't have some of the features that the S8 has. But honestly, it's all down to the way a phone feels and how it functions in day-to-day life, and I will definitely let you know. So this is all that I want to say for now. This has been Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Please check out my review. You can check it out right here. Let me know if you are excited about this device and if you are picking it over the Galaxy S8. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.